Right. So we are discussing the investment property, that is the Nakotami building point, and in this we have discussed so far that the 15 million invested in Nakotami building is material as it is 12.5% of total assets. The change in fair value is also material as it represents 14.3% of PBT. It is appropriate that property is measured at fair value and that the gain is recognized within profit. This is in accordance with the IS 40, which permits entities to choose between a fair value model and a cost model for the measurement of investment properties. When the fair value model is used, gains and losses arising from changes in the fair value of investment property must be included okay included in net profit or loss for the period in which it arises. However, an audit risk arises from the size of the fair value gain which has been recognized. The property was only purchased at the start of financial year and an increase in fair value of 13.3% in a 12-month period is significant. The valuation of the property by the expert is yet to be performed. So the fair value currently included in the financial statements could be an attempt by the management to boost profit for the year. So far, so good. The level of subjectivity which may be involved in determining the fair value increase, the risk of material misstatement, the risk is heightened as Gruber company may hire an expert who is known to them in order to achieve a higher fair value, which will manipulate the profits for the year, and therefore the objectivity of the expert used is also a risk. So far, so good. Here we scored 20 marks. Now let us move to the scenario again. The change in value of the intangible assets represents the transaction which took place in March X5, 2005, where Gruber company purchased some designs from Martin Gruber for 9 million. The value of this transaction was determined by Martin Gruber. The audit engagement partner has also asked for information to support this value, but nothing has yet been received from Martin, right? And let us discuss it more. Intangible asset. The intangible asset recognized in the year at cost to the company of 9 million is material to the statement of financial position as it represents 7.5% of total assets. It is also material by nature as it is a transaction between the company and the shareholders. And chief executive officer. Making it a related party transaction. So there is a risk of management bias relating to the this transaction, given that Martin is planning to sell his shares, there is a risk that transaction is an attempt to window dress the financial statements in order to maximize the asset value by influence the business valuation and ultimately increase the amount which Martin received on selling his shares. Okay, Martin may also have engineered the transaction as a way to remove funds from the company without having to pay dividend. It is questionable whether Martin has sold anything at all to the company. Robust audit procedures will need to be performed to determine the existence of an asset in relation to the designs which have been sold to the company. They could possibly relate to assets such as patents or some kind of intellectual property. But both the existence and valuation of such assets need to be supported by documentation from Martin, which has not yet been provided to the audit team yet, auditing yet. The lack of corroboratory evidence increases the risk of this being a fake transaction, which needs to be approached with a very high degree of professional skepticism. For these reasons, there is that intangible assets are overstated by material amount. That's it. I hope it's clear to you, folks, and that's the end of the question. Finally, we'll see you in the next session very soon with the next question. Till then, take care. Bye.